Hi everybody. I'll explain to you a little bit about my background first, I suppose. My name's Emma Cooper. I'm 32 years old. When I started my forever journey on the 10th of December 2013, I was a full-time police officer with Greater Manchester Police. So was my husband, Sean. And at the time, I was 30 weeks pregnant with my first son, William. He's now 4 months old. Juliana actually sent me a link 3 years ago. Yeah, who's laughing now, Ju? And I completely ignored her. I was one of those really annoying people that didn't answer the message, didn't log on to the webinar when she asked me to, because it genuinely just wasn't the right time. I didn't need it enough, I suppose. I can't say I hated being a police officer, but we both worked really tough shifts, so we hardly ever got to see each other. We were really strapped for cash, as everyone lives to their means, and we were bringing home just about £3,200 between us, weren't we? So we had lots of outgoings. I couldn't get home to Wales to my family as much as I'd liked because we couldn't really afford the petrol, even though my mum used to sub us all the time. Never paid you back for that, Mum. Yeah, so we couldn't really have the lifestyle that we really wanted. And then we started thinking about getting married, and we wanted to try for a baby straight away. William, it happened quick. So I started thinking of other ways that I could maybe make a living without being a police officer, because... Sorry. Sorry, I know you all want to go home.
You're doing good. We want to hear your story.
So I attended the funeral of 2 female officers who were shot and killed on duty. And they weren't friends of mine, but they worked on the next division, so it really hit home how that could possibly, oh, here we go again, possibly be me or Sean. And I didn't want that to happen because I wanted to have children. But, sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So I'm done now. I'm sorry. I don't even know where I was now. Okay, so, yeah, we wanted more of a family life. I totally lost. Sorry. But what happened was when I first started, my son was my why. So looking at my bump every day really gave me that boost. Now, I can honestly tell you that when I first watched the link, I was like, this is amazing. Oh my God, I'm going to earn loads of money. I said to Juliana, be honest with me. You're my friend. How much are you earning? And she told me, and I was like, oh my God, if I could earn that in 4 years, that would be absolutely fantastic. I told Sean, he was like, yeah, you're probably going to pay your £200. She's going to run off with it. I was like, she won't do that. I'm a police officer. She knows I know where she lives.
All coming
it's
out
fine.
now. All coming out now, Sean.
Paid us back now. So what I decided from the beginning, I've got to be honest, when it's gone so quickly that I can't say what I did step by step, but now I look back, I realise what was kind of different. There was never any doubt in my mind whatsoever that this would work. And I had a really sharp deadline because I had 10 weeks before my son was going to be born. So I needed to get to manager. There was no choice about it. I had to do it. And so when I kind of got my head around what I had to do, because even till my box came, I didn't actually realise I had to sell anything. I was excited, but I didn't really know what I had to do. So when Juliana said, you need people to join your team and do the same, I was like, yeah, no problem. I've got a few friends. So as I was giving her my details to sign me up on the phone. She was on speakerphone, and I text my very best friend, and she was 31 weeks pregnant at that time, Lisa Prescott, and she's achieving some phenomenal things. And Lisa's on holiday, so she's not here today. But I text her, and if you've seen Lisa on Facebook, probably, but she's really thin. She wouldn't have to be breathing in like I am. So I text her saying, get your skinny butt around my house tomorrow, bring £200, I've found our ticket out to the police, because Lisa's also a cop. Fantastic first sponsor though, and I thought, oh, this is easy. She texted me back saying, yeah, no worries, see you at 5. So, oh, wait there, the best bit, I'm in. Brilliant. But what I wanted to do, and what's really important, I think, is start off as a leader. So I knew that I couldn't just say, okay, well, we'll Skype Juliana and she'll explain it to you. So I sat up watching every single Forever Living YouTube clip. Jane, I must have watched you like 100 times. It's embarrassing. But I learnt it word for word because I wanted her to be confident in what she was joining and that I had done my research, albeit through the night. And that's how it started, but I never made any excuses. So I was pregnant, I was working 40 to 50 hours in the police. I got up an hour earlier than I would do before work and worked on my business. I made a lot of toilet trips. It's good being pregnant. You get a good excuse. Yeah, so I just consistently worked on my business every single day. And I watched Goals and Dreams on the QLS online, and it said by Jane how you had to make specific goals. So I made my vision board and I put my dates on. So my date for manager was, I think, the 14th of February. But I hit it after 7 weeks and 2 days. That was really exciting, but I knew it was only the beginning then. I knew it was only the beginning, so I knew that I needed to build a stable income. It was no good just getting to manager and, oh, I can chill out now the baby's born. I actually worked harder once William was born because looking at your reason why is so much more powerful than just thinking about it. And so, after that, I just kept going and going and going. And someone earlier mentioned the Duracell bunny, and it made me giggle because I think, oh my gosh, that's so me. I don't stop. I'd like to say, oh, I mean, I've worked it very flexibly or part-time for a full-time wage. I haven't done. I've been consistently building my business. So, at the beginning, like I said, it's all about momentum. Lisa started building at the same rate that I did, and we both built teams. I built a team outside of Lisa's, and Lisa continued to build her team. Juliana taught me some amazing things. One of those being never to compare yourself. We never really had that discussion, though, did we? It was just kind of what you taught me, I took that from it. For example, open business. Juliana said to me that if you want to the only way to control your income is with your open business. So, we always stay in 100 club. And I was like, okay, so 100. But if I do 200, that's really safe. But then if I do 300, that's really, really safe. And if I drop to 200, I won't panic too much. And then I figure, well, if I go to 400 plus, then I'm really, really safe. And even if my managers do nothing, then we're good. You know, we've got our food on the table. And so that's what I did. But Juliana never for 1 second tell me that 100 case credit was good, 200 was good, 300 was good. She just let me run with it, didn't you, Jill? And she's been absolutely fantastic. She's definitely my rock. Sorry. She has been my rock. She also tells me to chill out a bit when things are a little bit too busy. But it's down to Juliana that our lives have changed beyond all recognition. Sorry. So what the business has given us so far, we've managed to pay off that substantial amount of debt. We've moved back to Wales 5 years, although now I realise how much it costs, probably 10 years earlier than planned. Back to my mum and my sister, and my mum behind the iPad. God, what else have we done? Wage-wise, obviously it's been crazy. Just to put it into sort of context for you, because like Louise said, it does help to hear it sometimes, to hear what's possible. Like I made Juliana tell me, and I know all over Facebook it said 15,000, but that's not true. You totally, I can't think of a non-sway word to say it.
Exaggerated.
Yeah, exaggerated, that'll do. I was going to say something on my bonfire, but that's not right. Yes, so it's not that, but in the first month I earned £342. When we got to the 4th month of business, it was about 4,500, and Sean allowed me to resign as a police officer, so that was fantastic. Thanks for that. In the 5th month of my business, it went to about 6.5, and then I said, come on, that one, will you resign now? And he said, well, maybe next month. So I said, okay then. So that gave me even bigger reason to work my butt off. So the next month it went to about 11,090. Like, I don't know the exact amount, I totally do. We were skint. 11,090. And then last month it went to over 13,000, 13,117. So, and like Louise said, though, I really don't say it to impress you, but to just let you all know that every single one of us can do that. The opportunity is there, and it gives us that to do. It just depends how much you want it. And I really, really, really wanted it. Not the money, but what that has brought us as a family. Sean's been the most amazing support. And now he's named on my business. You have to do a bit of work, don't you? So, we say he tees them up, and I... So he tells everybody, and then I meet them. So he does do a bit of work. And then I'd just like to mention my managers, and then I'll go then. So Lisa Prescott, like I said, she was 31 weeks pregnant when she started her business, a couple of days after me, and she made manager in 10 weeks. She's an Eagle manager now. She's qualified nearly for Global Rally. She'll be looking for profit share this year as well, which is fantastic. She's done car plan, thanks, Sean. She was my first manager. And then Kate Morgan, who is no longer in the business, but she was my second manager. But what I learned at one of the Managers Academy, and what Jules taught me to do, was work really deep within my team. So until they go manager, treat them as if you sponsored them yourself. And that's what I did. And through Kate, I found quite a few diamonds, to be fair. She had 4 people in her team, frontline. And they were literally all diamonds, but they just hadn't been worked with. So when Kate resigned, Laura then went manager, so that made me senior manager. And she's absolutely phenomenal, and she's building a great business. And then after Laura became really special managers in my team, sorry. My sister Nicola. Don't you cry. So my sister Nicola, I finally convinced her to join my business. Nick has an incredibly successful doll company called Bonnie and Pearl, and it's doing phenomenally well. And if anyone had the excuse of, I really don't have time, she does. But she still works her business around that. She works it so well, she went manager in 8 weeks. And she's literally flown since then. So she's got her her manager coming through as well. She's building a fantastic team. And then my next manager was, again, really emotional. My mum. My mum is, what did we say, 55, mum, or 56? 55. We were trying to work it out on the way here. 55, and I wouldn't even let her join with the NDP box. I thought she was going to be rubbish. And I said to Jules, oh my gosh, I think my mum wants to join. I'll tell you what, I'll just get her a pup box and see how she does. It's horrific when I say it out loud. Anyway, she retailed the products for a few months and did phenomenally well. Do you want to take him off, Joe? Oh, Mum. Ooh. It's too loud. Take him down, babe.
Do you want me to take him, or are you all right?
Somebody's got his well now.
Do
Sorry.
you want me to pass him
Take
down?
him down, Joe. Yeah, thanks.
Everybody's fighting over the
Everyone's
baby.
like that. Yeah. So, yes, so my mum, she retailed the products for a few months, and then she said, I think I'm ready to start building a team. And I was like, are you sure, Mum, you can't even copy and paste yet? So she said, seriously, how many times did she FaceTime us going, go on, love, what do I do? Right click, left click? I was like, oh, So I was like, well, if you think you're ready, give it a go, Mum. She started to give it a go, and it's just grown and grown and grown. And Mum hit manager in about 4 months. I know. And then my 5th manager, really, really special to me, is Ginny Kingham. Now, I've only known Ginny for a few months because when Kate resigned, Ginny was in her team, but hadn't been, had been sort of playing with the business. And when I started working with her really closely, you could really tell she was a diamond. And she's also got a lovely diamond in her team called Jenny. So they really are a fantastic team. And Ginny's worked her butt off. She's got 4 children. She used to work for the NHS. And she's made manager within 4 months. So they've all done fantastically well, and it's really, really special. So I'd like to thank Juliana for being my rock. Sorry. And also my team, they're up there somewhere, but I can't see you for the lights. Thank you, you're all absolutely amazing. I'm down here. You're all wonderful, and I've got every single one of you as a friend now, which is fantastic. And I'm really privileged to say that. And thank you to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, but you're sweating a lot.
Thanks. Can't see on the screen.
My arms look fat. I didn't notice that first. Yes, so thank you to my team. You're absolutely wonderful. Thanks to my husband for being so supported and for not minding that I didn't speak to you for about 6 months. But I'm really, really grateful, and thank you very much, Juliana. And thank you, everybody, for all your congratulations on Facebook. It was very overwhelming, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
Woo!